today, one for can take we minds them back to our salon use for day. Then say, if you don't know usa you dey go, you for know usa you come out. Then say, we don't go before say, if you look behind, sometimes it go motivate you for go more. But some man can say, if you look behind, he go feel say he not do better yet. So that one day go make it slow down for carry on. But for today, na Sierra Network, we want to take a retrospect. We want to can hear from people them. We don't get good memories there in a salon. I believe say one way or the other, most of we get good memories then. But however, today we want to go back. When I say back, I mean way back. For make we all go able for hear from people them we don't get good time na salon. And all this particular program be born one particular day where we be get a caller. And I be promise this person say, we go come and make we can talk about the good old days. So I think it's just right, make we get the opportunity, making open today on program for we. We don't play a couple of songs then. I just want to bring them in and we will get the conversation starting. You say you be don't get moments them. Please get yourself available for we. Yes, caller, your name and who say the call from, please.
Okay, my name is
Now you.
Oh, okay. Okay, my name is Idris Kabia. I'm calling from New York.
Yes, okay, Idris Kabia from New York.
Okay, before I start my own program, I'll say rest in peace to the Magai brothers.
Okay.
They are the first leader of the Ogana Salon as Prime Minister. Then the Prime Minister of Salon for years. Nothing and not do nothing. Then nothing and not destroy another country. They say it and left. We check a Steven come. We get everything in that country. There. Me work na Delco. I work na NDMC. And me last time I drive train in 1970 I joined police. Then transfer me to Tankoro police station at Kono.
Okay, I want to hold you on that first. I want to hold you before you don't turn the big man till they transfer you. What's in your childhood be look like in a salon?
It been very perfect.
When you say perfect, what you mean by that?
Okay, people will pay school fees. Because like back then, if your daddy not get, if family not get, you know, go school. But if family get, then go put you school. You will go school. Me daddy not get that much. But it make all efforts for put me school for like get me education.
So which year we they talk about? Just give me maybe say for
in the 60s.
Okay, in the 60s.
The 60s are there. In the 60s, but me daddy put me in a boarding school in Germany, Mikoro.
Okay.
We get boarding school in Germany, Mikoro. Me daddy put me. I did a boarding school in Germany, Mikoro. When I pass common entrance, now I go back free. I go live with my grandpa and Kissy. Then from there now, while finish high school. Now I jump na streets, I begin do very well business day. Now this opportunity come for can join police.
Okay. I want to still live at that childhood first. We will come to the teenage life, but the childhood. What's in it been look like? Forget food. When you be small, what in it be look like? Will you get 3 days, 3 meals a day, breakfast, morning, and
food,
how will be tell like here?
food na salon and the food being rampant. Food being boku. You go some places, they say people then invite you for eat. Like the host. You know, food been plenty. You go places like Kinjimi, now morning tell them by the 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, you see them bull on boats, then the car would then sell in boats them. Then they bring all kind of food for winner free tongue. Then they bring casada, petete, rice, yam, mangrove backwood, no and then people they use for cook mangrove backwood. Then they bring all them things and to win a free tongue. You go to a big market, you go walking away from school, go to a big market, you go eat all kinds of things.
How was the population by then?
The population was like 4.5 or 5 million. I don't know who said the police population, what they say the population is 7 million as alone. All the extra 2 million as alone population now foreigners that will come inside the country.
No, but wait, I want to hold you on that because right here I ask, we did talk about in the 60s because population they grow. You know, because
when they take this is the matter how the population grow.
Okay.
People they come from other countries for come because we get diamond na salon. So everybody they come for kind of reach themselves. Na salon. I make boku people that now born na salon, they call themselves Sierra Leonean. I mean, because me not consider them as Sierra Leonean. We not been get that na Sierra Leone. If you family, if you know come out for one of the tribes in na salon, you know get district, you know get chiefdom, you know get village na salon, you know to Sierra Leonean. Okay? But now everybody they come because they born a salon, automatically they na salon. Fulamanga na salon, in a salon man. Because born a salon. Lebanese can a salon, born a salon in a Lebanese man.
Okay.
We get Europeans they say we the born a salon.
Okay.
But they don't really call themselves Sierra Leoneans.
Okay, now
we get European grave now, Jama Nimiko, we get European grave.
So who say they call this Jana Nimiko?
Jama Nimiko Nakono?
Okay, Nakono.
Right, Nakono district. We get Jama Nimiko.
So how was the migration back then from people in Afriton to people in other provinces? How it be look like? How the ratio be look like?
It be very mild. We're not being a boku problem. You know, people have not been plenty like the way people in a salon. You know, the only time we go see Boku people in a salon, now when they say like Christmas or Ramadan, when they put lantern them in a salon, I don't know if they do them thing again. Now you go see Boku people in a salon. Now I mean inside Freetown, because not only people in the community, them village, they all they come Freetown for can enjoy the holidays them. After that, then go back to the village. You know, tell like who now wouldn't come, they no good, they no go again. You know, things been very, very nice. Everything be all right. We get everything water. If the Freetown, we can get tap water. We can get electricity 24 hours. We get street pump. We get street light. Then at every intersection, we don't call junction now. We call it intersection in America. We get lights at every intersection. At the next, now they don't want to sit down. Then they sell them party granates. They sell akara. They sell fried fish. You know, and so forth. You know, we bring all that in a salon. You know, we get good roads, and the road will not be that good, but they've been clean. You know, telling now people the market in the street.
Okay,
nobody up the sell market in the street.
You make mention of Kinjimi. You say boats them they come on and they call them bulon boats them. So at that time, salon be able for provide for himself for it through agriculture.
We been a field we serve.
Okay.
So nobody buy rice, anything, palm oil. Salon nobody buy nothing from nobody. Nobody imports nothing in the salon. We get everything. If you go inside train, you go upline. You see them. Now say they see them farm them cocoa farm, yam farm, rice farm. But this nine can put salon which I can stay in. Let God make it go heavy. Let God make it go heavy.
No, left that side first. No, left that side. No, just focus. I know say you want go quick, make we reach na that side. But we know say other people just hold on. You will listen. Yourself get for call and be part of the program. Let you know say maybe some side and day where Idris forget yourself able can add or some side and day where they low yourself one can give body. We're ready for learn from una today. So yourself for the listen. Right. Don't forget say yourself get for come on board. Yes, it is. So you say then 10 and day salon be able for provide for himself for it.
With the feed we serve. And for say provider will be the feed we serve in a salon. No, we not be import no food from nobody, from Nigeria, from Liberia, from Guinea, from Gambia. We not be import food from nobody. We've been getting no food for we serve in a salon. Because actually the population was like 5 million. You know, like that way the population don't blew up to 7 million.
This population where they talk, you know, say reproduction day. So definitely, you get for blow, you get for rich day.
I know. But most of the people, they not to salon and born. Now this is that they talk. Now come. Now people that will come born picking in a salon.
Well,
you know that them blow up the population like that. But it's the real Sierra Leone and them we know that much. We don't reach to 7 million yet. If you count the real Sierra Leone and the people who are real Sierra Leone, out of the 5 or 6 tribes that will get a salon, if you count them people, then they don't reach 5 million self.
Okay, well, then they'll go left that side now for census, then go handle that side. But now you don't come out now. I want to come out to the young age. I want to come to teenager. What in teenage life been look like na salon?
Teenage life, okay. Well, maybe I've been teenager. I'm not going to show me picture then also. Over there, I said teenager in a salon. We was the best dressed people in a salon. More than Liberia there, more than Guinean there, more than Gambian them. You know, because we know we the other stuff there from Italy. All the salon. We get one book what they sell to we then call catalog. You hear about that? Catalog. We order clothes them from Italy. If you see me close to I've been wearing. We get platform. You know about platform shoes them?
Yeah, platform, the high heel.
Platform. The high heel shoes there. I get all colors. You know. So
what thing be the source of income for teenager that in the way they say una be the other? Who's una they pull money?
Okay, me, I've been a go school, then holiday time I can go to one place they call Vancam na fishery, na Kisi dockyard.
Okay, so teenagers then get opportunity for get holiday job.
Jobs, right. We get that. Right? And plus me daddy been help me small. Me mama said been help me small. I need something I go to them, go cry. Then give me small thing I do what I get for do, you know? Right? Then things been nice.
So what's gonna be the common job for the parents them at that time?
Well, mostly, okay, like me daddy na be baker. He been bake bread. And my mama have been trader. They sell then small tree next them now host and everything and then they, you know, people that they make money. People that get small store there. People that get small business there. And some people that even get hosts. Then they collect rent from the tenants them. Then they get their money. Then they do them feed them family them or use them for for their own benefits or
So what's rent be look like the intended?
Rent being very, very cheap. Rent's not been that high. Like right now, what do they pay? What's about almost in the pay now for a month?
No, right now you unload just forget about that because it's way out of the league right now. Things been rent's not been that cheap. Not that hectic like right now. And so
plus, they say you can go live with your auntie. Because auntie maybe your family member get big house and then 2 no more, 3 no more. You as a niece or as a cousin or as a family member, they can go there and go give you one room. They relax. They also in the streets. They go get what you get for eat for the day. Why? That time in the French salon, thief not been in a salon. Thief not been in a salon. You go left in the month. You go 2-3 days. You come back. Everything go there. You know, like now when you walk on a city, look. There is shoulder. Na salon, we don't get thief na salon, we don't get no thief na salon. Now we foreign and then begin can na salon. Now thief can begin.
I know say you all these things say everything like now then foreign and then the
of course
everything. Okay.
Listen, let me ask you about something. You know about a man called Amadou Berete?
Yeah, I think I hear that name there.
Okay, well, no, I'm not to sorry, no, foreign, now forcing are the biggest thief in a saloon. When they call Amadou Berete, they even make song about her. Why ya, Amadou Berete. You know, the song goes like that. You know,
okay.
Things nice in a salon.
So during your teenage years, when I be get anything like disco, Then
okay, I'll tell you. We been get cacao show na Kenema every April. We they get all the bands na salon. We then go assemble na Kenema. We then call cacao show. Like band like Heartbeat. We get like Afro Combo. We get SC Rogers. We get Calendar. You know, but you don't read the name of it?
Yes, Ebenezer Calendar, yeah.
Okay. Now, we get one man who been in the army, then call him Bondo, a short man, so it's about 4 and a half feet. You know, one day, because that's, I've been calling days. They go find bag of money. Instead of him keep the money, they go give one of the white people, the white man, the who been there in charge of the army. Then waiting the reward them, then get a beagle. So now be the blow around now that make it now be the take for survive. That big old the white man jam. You know, them call him Bundo. I mean the man. That's all fair money. Before he keep the money for himself, they go give the white man. No, the white
man
was
just honest.
So that the white man jam big old. So that big old now they take go make money now street. They blow big old in street people then they get money. Now, we get one thing again at Salon and call penny for watch. You hear about that?
Yes, penny for watch. Okay. I know say mostly in a red color, it be there.
Yeah, right, they get different colors. Yes. That be like mini movie theater.
Yeah.
You put on a you pay the man penny.
Then you click one picture come, yes.
You click. But Salome, we enjoy Salome good. But plus, we get theaters in Salome, get Roxy, we get Odeon, I think we get Strass, na Freetown. You know, even at Conosef, we get Opera, na Coeduc Town. Okay? Not even at Pepel, we get cinema na Pepel. When I been operate that cinema there because I do telecommunication. I've been working na NDMC, Delco. Na prepare.
So what's in Delco? Because I hear a lot of people that maybe didn't and they can talk about Delco. Yeah. What's in Delco be there about?
Delco na iron all mines. Na Lochar, you know go there one day.
I think I don't go there, but na scrap now.
Nobody still there. They still there. Now big mountain them. They still there. They not go down for years. You know, na Delco mine. Now the iron ore in the mine there. Even you understand, they get trained when they run from Luchar to Pepel, open the transport the iron ore. You know, in fact, now maybe in charge of the telephone line from Pepel to Rubana, one village called Rubana, rather than middle between Luchar and Pepel. Now maybe in charge of that telephone line there. Where if it cuts, now maybe go connect down, now maybe go check out and see what's in the happen, all that in the day. You know, that. I'm maybe in charge of the movie theater in Pepel. I'm maybe the operator.
So what we currency be look like the intended compared to the dollar?
That's when they use pounds. Maybe well maybe in the Canada, this country, the $1 was like the $1 is equivalent to 75 cents to Salon money, and to a pound, right?
So Salon they use the British pound?
Yeah, right. We use pound. We money so I couldn't call fadding. You know, less than penny.
Yes, fadding. I don't know. So I not get fadding. I like you shake it. It's a fadding out there.
Fadding. We get fadding like which is less than penny. But you know, we all have it.
So how much for bread they intending there?
Okay, bread and butter. Not so plain bread normally, but when you go to the store, when you go to school, you go buy bread and butter. It only cost you like about 2 cents for bread and butter.
Cookery been there intending there?
Of course, cookery been there.
How much they be the same for plates, if you remember?
Well, really, that's now, I go primary school now, I can go to Opera. Opera being one upstairs, then get cookery house there. When I think I'd be like, I don't know, almost like about like 50 cents or 10 shilling, 10 shilling for plates.
So how the money, explain to we by make we understand how the money, because I can talk about shillings and I talk about pounds, how the money be turned, like explain to we from cents, it come to shillings, it come to, who side the fading in there?
It come to, from, you get fading.
Okay.
They get penny.
Okay.
Then you come to, a pound, 1 pound. You come to 10 shillings.
Okay.
Then a half a pound. Then you come to 1 pound. When at the real, 1 pound, we will get 1 pound. The British currency, that then send day, right? That's how the money been go until they can change them to Leones. No, when they change them to Leones now, things can begin messed up a little bit. The money can begin to evaluate and stuff.
Okay, so how the education be did intended?
Education be very perfect. Schools them be very clean. Schools teachers them be very nice to kids them. People them they get good education. Although they pay, family them they pay, but yes still because when you daddy pay for you, say the money you daddy spend pay for you for go to school. So when you go there, if you pay attention, because if you don't pay attention, next year daddy not go pay for you again. So when you go to school, when you go say daddy don't pay school fee for you, you better pay attention. Then you get your good grades for that year. Because if you go, because every year they give grades. When you go back home, you go show your family them. Say now this grade I get. If you pass the from 50 to 100%, you see the grade then on the paper. But then you way the care gonna use to your family then for sure say yes, you do well at school.
External examination they be didn't like the WAEC and all those things.
The exam let me say, before you go secondary school, you get to take exam. We they call them selective entrance. They go secondary school no more, so not take that exam day. If you not pass the exam day, if you take it 20 times, if you not pass, you know to go secondary school.
Yes, selective entrance.
Right, okay. Yeah, that means when you pass selective entrance.
What about the secondary school, Leon?
No, secondary school, secondary school down there. Primary school, we get primary school and secondary school.
Yes, I know. So now they say, which exam will be they take in secondary school now? Because you don't take the selective entrance for come inside the secondary school.
No, secondary school, we take secondary school. The next result, the last result we will take, now for go up at 6. From 6.
Yeah, which exam will be they take that ending?
General knowledge.
Okay.
Math, English, geography, chemistry, biology. Only thing when we go Form 1, in fact, they do 14 subjects, because you do music, you do languages, French, English, you do Latin, or we do at school, we do Latin at school. We do 14 different languages. But when you reach Form 2 or Form 3, you can drop down to 4 or 5 subjects the way say now you want to be professional, you want professional on. So now down there you go stop on.
So when they go school, then be they give meals then at school?
Nope.
Primary school, secondary school, no meal.
No meal. You just forget you carry your meal go to school. Because me in the boarding school anyway. While I go boarding school, my mama been make big we call it chop box. Mentioned but then in the park all kinds of sardine, soap, all kinds of snack where you go need for you eating na boarding school. Although that boarding school them they feed you, but yes still you get forget you snack, for in case you feel hungry. You get something to eat.
So whose time we come out inside that pound, shilling, fighting, we can to Leones?
Now when we get independence.
Okay, now, then they go be your last question because we'll get to other people who go for camp. But today, not to the first and last, this every month now, I think we'll need for the cow this program. The day for independence, tell me what you remember. That particular day, yes.
1961. I tell you, are they boarding school? I don't remember that much. But I've been noticing I be independent. Because because I mean I've been Boy Scouts at school. So I was a Boy Scout. So we get all this green, white, and blue flag. Then we march all over. People, dignitaries then come. We get for good march, and they fly green, white, blue flag. What I did, even when Queen Elizabeth come to saloon, because I don't participate, but now so them picking themselves do, then get them green, white, and blue flag. Then when them they wave where the Queen come, right.
So that's when una will be small, una not be really understand waiting be they go on, like waiting again for mean to Sierra Leone.
On politics side, will not be know nothing. Will not be really understand. But we know say no more. Now politicians, they do their own thing, like that.
Okay.
We know that. Right.
Okay, well, it is we go for left you now so first. If he calls we back for car with you, go car with you until the program for. But for today, make we left you first now. We want to tell you plenty thank you for all which you don't share with we. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thanks, Triple A.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye. You go find out when we be done to talk about this program. After it is somebody else be done they say they remind Triple that program where you get for come. Myself, I get for contribute, I get something for say. Well, right now, we get on the line. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Oh, Triple A me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mina Umar Kaba from Los Angeles.
Yes, Umar Kaba. We start the program. We play some songs them. We for able rejuvenate some cells the inside una for make una go able remember what thing be happen then 10 day. While the songs
right.
them be they play, what thing come to mind?
Me, I cry.
Why?
Cry in the sense tears of joy for back in the days. I'm born in the 60s. Just like the first caller, German Nimikoro, not today born, but born at Kono district. I grew up na Freetown, Mamioko Street, Bombay Market to be precise. There are a lot of things that when me big brother talked before me when he left there and we be asking questions about, growing up, I meet pounds and shillings na Freetown, na saloon.
Okay.
I see train, but me not ride train.
So make us start with you again. What in your own childhood did me look like?
My childhood, I grew up. Now make me not for talk about foreigners because I grew up with foreigners. I grew up with Maracadem because anybody will be back then with diamond be boss everything with the flow be go na kono. The people will be in Lebanese, Maraca, Fula, and the Kono people and Timini. So me daddy have been diamond miner. So me grew up with Maraca picking them and Timini and Madingo picking them. Now the area where me grow up. We be the play around. We been get a lot of toys. Then and they we not been diamond mining picking them. I mean, like the old saying, you walk on the street back in the early 70s, late 60s, you defend diamond. So people they get me that did not be fortunate for get a big diamond, but they get some small things, then let me take land for diamond. I see waiting and call Colondo. I see waiting and I see a lot of diamond things that growing up. We been get a group where the school will be the go we say I begin my first primary school, class 1, na Peima, one small town we call Peima. Now they accommodate after when me granny, me auntie, me daddy, big brother, me daddy and big sister, go take me come out na Peima, face me kind of Freetown. So I've been there now na Freetown in the 70s. Now I repeat because I not finished. I remember this. I not finished class 1. Now Peima. So when I come back now Freetown, because the thing is, my daddy na be very religious person. I be Muslim. So he not the one for go na English school. He the only one for make I go na Arabic school. So me auntie been get for convince and me say, well, you know what? No put her in school, we get English and Arabic. So I end up go both my primary school and my secondary school na school and we na English and Arabic. So I started na Ahmadiyya Primary. You know.
Okay, so before you come Freetown, I know, or maybe that thing, but you make one statement just not say, then they find diamond are gone. Now be just a saying,
yes,
or not something will be happening.
That, you know, quite honestly, me not find diamond are grown. I wish I'd been find diamond are grown, but that not be the same because I tell you, Konon has been a sweet place. Now I can always say the Konon tribe to me. Now the most hospitality people, but upon all the tribes in a salon, period. Because no tribe or national tribe no day or other countries people are not they will not go to Kono, where they all not make money from Maraca to Lebanese to Madingo. You know, in fact, now they are no more Fatima because Fatima be all people in the country. No, Fatima be not foreigner. Fatima be on a Kono born. In Papa na been go dumping diamond digger. See what people are not know that na Kono born, na be diamond digger. Now they meet him, mama. You know, so Kono na be like a United Nation of Africa. A lot of people, the whole of Africa, you know, especially West Africa.
Yes, they do people because of the diamond.
Yes.
So what in the change be look like for you for left Kono come Freetown?
You know, where I come out Kono, kind of Freetown, it's not that much of a big because no matter how Kono be fine and sweet, Freetown is the city. So where kind of Freetown and begin settle down, begin go school, you know, because the people that we raised me auntie, when I me daddy in one daddy, big sister, they be well to do in a man. You know, they be very well to do. So you also when we grew up back then, na big cementos, but na family house, where, you know, we got a lot of cousins them, you know, we got a lot of uncle where they come because the daddy na candy and they come out. But na Kono na they meet me mama come out na Kalang district. See me mama na Kisi Madingo, me daddy na Timini. So na Kono de na they meet, na they born with all me and my siblings. But when we did now Freetown, we begin that we know with cousin, then we then say then from Gambia. Now they own that and come out. I guess some from my uncle that we been in a Kono too. Where they say them picking them in that same was in a Mamioku Street where we all grew up for go school. You know, we've been get as I say, we people and women they be a little bit well to do. So we get more to carry now. You know, we get food day and the street was I grew up Mamioku Street. That's been a very short street.
This Mamioku Street the Bombay markets day?
Yes. Yes.
So the markets be there that 10 day or markets not be there?
The markets be there, yes. The markets be there in the 60s up to the 70s. That market then all markets they see so. Now which man be la markets there? You know, the markets be there.
So tell we small thing about Freetown. How Freetown be look like back then? What you say Freetown be the city? How the city be look back? Paint a picture of Tori, make we get an understanding, yes.
Freetown been clean. I tell you this for plain. Freetown it been clean. Freetown now be Sierra Leone in general, now be happy place. Now I make because me not in a salon again where the work up. Now I make what I mean they talk say where the work up, it caused a lot of headache for Sierra Leoneans. The reason that day Sierra Leoneans they not be no Freetown in general. They not be no anything but war. Now, but enjoy. In fact, like what in that first caller say, Sierra Leoneans that have been the most dressed Yankee people in West Africa, hands down. And have been the most, even though Liberia, because Liberia, since that time, Liberia, it didn't colonized by United States. A lot of Sierra Leoneans, them they do business, them they go Liberia for go buy clothes them. They for can't sell because Liberia then we get that United States connection. You know, but Sierra Leoneans have been the best bluff Yankee people. Salomon know how for in Saturday. And I mean, we see we big people and when they go work. Friday na half day. But work them in day. Delco, that place we call AJNet. We get NATCO factory, we get Dynamite factory, one Dynamite to them they call the black one, so no more
Black Dynamite.
Yes. The black Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
We've been get that then and day. You know, even Kinjimi, maybe they're gonna Kinjimi, where them both the day be they come. I mean a bonga. You buy almost 2-3 dozen of bonga for 50 cents. The 50 cents have been paper, now brown paper. Then you get 1 Leone. Then as soon as
so that's now when it don't change now. So what will happen when they change the currency?
I tell you, my brother, even though I've been still young, the only person who will tell you that na Shaka Stephen. What if they try to achieve? We don't know. My in change them. But maybe the pounds have been pounds and shilling. You know, have been pounds and shilling. I know more. Somebody give you 2 shillings. That 2 shillings they now be like 20 cents. But they cook for you. 2 shillings they cook for you. They do everything for you. You know, when Shaka Stephen change them, if they only get 1, if you still get the pound, but we be still call even though if you don't change them, but because the pounds be done there now we not so much, we be still call them 1 pound. That's what we call them 1 pound. But even though the 1 pound be there, but not of the 1 pound. Actually, there have been 2 Leones, but we be not used to that because after we change, the 1 Leone have been green paper.
Yeah.
Then the 50 cents have been brown paper. Then the 1 pound will not be 1 pound, but have been really not 2 Leone. Now the 2 no more, now the 3 currency that they no more have been there with the cents then. We will still get the cent. After we move from the shilling to come to the cents then been there. You know, so when I begin, because like what in the first caller they say, with the school them, you don't go from class 1, we been getting those to school them all. You know, get preschool them. You don't go from class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6, class 7, you see selective entrance. When you see selective entrance, when you pass, you don't go begin from 1. From 1, from 2, from 3. Now from 3 the day, they'll tell you, say, okay, yeah. Now you begin to choose which side you want to go, whether you want to be a science student or commerce, you know. That day you begin to choose. Then when you go from 4, now that stage then you're not commerce student, you're not commerce. You're not art, you're not art. Then when you go from 5, now they sit GCO level. You know, but some people then they come with distinction. Whether the distinction means they come with all 1-1 because that's them they get on a 1. 1-1, if you get 1-1-1-1-1, that means that you really count solid result. The tendency they say you're not going to go against F now, lower 6. You can go straight to FBC. If you count with distinction, good result. So then they waiting pass. Then you want to go first, lower 6. You go lower 6, then you go upper 6. From upper 6, then you go now for the college. Now so every day. You know, and back in the days, when you come into transportation, my brother, transportation will be almost like free. Because me, I remember, me auntie the one commodity, one go na PZ. He say, Umar, go down the street, Amamioko Street and Patty Street, go bring taxi come for me. We fall, me and my partner, we run. We go down Patty Street, we see taxi, they pass. We say, hey, taxi, the mama they go. He dey up yonder. He say, well, when I inside, when I can go there. We load, we go inside, we go all the way, we send me auntie there. Then we come down, in go inside. Then as in they go along, it can pick people along the way. With that same price, that one price, where the taxi they charge them. You know, take go left in a PZ. They take Pura from Wellington all the way to PZ. For one practice, that been 5 cents and not 2, remember again. One way Pura from Wellington, the carry go all the way to PZ. You know, in my teenage life, teenager then a free town, my brother, in the 70s now, we've been enjoying. We've been getting what they call jump. You don't hear about jump?
Jump, yes. Now like during school time, then get holiday for meetup holiday. And
No,
not to
brother.
dance. Jump, not to dance.
No, jump na be disco.
Yeah, nine disco dance.
No, but not holiday time. Jump na the afternoon session. Jump na the afternoon session disco. Where you dey dress good one, you go afternoon session. They call it afternoon session disco. Where every day, then Monday through Friday, we get places like Kulankuzi, Rwanda, Isabella. Then the place that they will be young with the go. You know, we can't get to uniform. Schools uniform them been there available. Then get satisfied with them. They get one. I think that be agent one store there where you go buy uniform. Shoes. We been get one store with them they call Bata.
Bata, yeah, nah.
Anybody will know wear shoes from Bata. You know to
yeah, nah, Bata be the Kisi.
Bata be there na Kisi Street.
Yeah, Kisi Street.
Then yes, the Kisi Street where them call whatever. I don't know.
Sani Abacha on the Kisi Street every day.
If we then at Kisi Street, then if we get two Bata, we get small and big Bata. Big Bata be there by I think by Shaka Stephen Street.
Yes.
We go close to one bank where them they call International Bank of Trade and Industry. It been there at their side day, you know. Then we've been get what them call ferry excursion. You be hearing about ferry excursion every December month, where people then they load at the ferry, they can then go all the way about island, and they just go and party. Then they party all night. They come back. They call a ferry excursion when December 10 comes. I mean, that just enjoyment, relax. So what in day? I mean, you get Fiat garage, you get cold storage. People let me get work.
Who's Fiat garage be there?
Fiat garage been there. Fiat garage, I think it been there now by Wilkins Road.
Okay.
Fiat garage been there by Wilkins Road. Then you been get Benz garage in at the same place today, which I did by Blackwell Road. Then you been get Peugeot, what them they call 504. 504 Peugeot. Now the motorcar then they will be the rain of Freetown. 504 Peugeot because I remember my auntie been get one. My auntie man them get one. 504 Peugeot, you know. So then tell in the end when you I tell you, even if you not sit GCO level, even if not that from 3 days, because first time begin and they repeat. Now Freetown, now Salon they see somebody they not class 7. 20, 22-year-old, they class 7. Because when you not pass, they don't promote you. You don't repeat, you they take a selective entrance, they sit at 2, 3, 7. Same thing like the GC. When you go from 1, you fail from 1, you repeat. You fail like class 3, you repeat. You fail like class 4, you repeat. When you fail, you repeat. This not in the shame, not the that. You know, you repeat, you try again for the next year. You know? So, we coming now towards the late 70s to the 80s, still, things have been okay. You know, light been there. Water been there. You know, the just street pumping. When are they with people are not being get pumping at the house, now they didn't go get water. But we let that blackout. Let nobody not fool you. Blackout been there. But we've been so strange to blackout. When lights they go, people in the holla, hey, like say na for it. Because we'll not be the see light they go that often. Like way now like light go it come with the Nokia. You know, because light been there. We be get 2 big powers at our house, and one be there at Kintom, one be there at Blackwell Road. Where me na one of the things in the way where they talk about government and continuity, check and still the way take power over the SLPP. Now the 2 things and then they will be for hold because the light.
That's why I want make because we for do this program back. But today on now just the good memories them I want make we focus on. When the time come, we can ask una question, waiting happen, they are now. But for today, since now today they introduce the program, we just want to focus on the good old days.
Right. So again, me, I let it go because as I tell you, me party the all I grew up with. Now foreign. I grew up with Madingo between them. I grew up with Maraka between them. Because they be Bokuna Kono. You know, the Lebanese them, they feel a little bit, like say, then they above with them picking and they play with.
Because now that one day Abuanka ask now, what's in be the relationship then with Una the now you they explain now the Lebanese, the Maraka and the Sierra Leoneans them. How Una be the relates then they?
I tell you, the Mingewa Mami Nakono na the Lebanese. They been get money in and been like the champion of all the Lebanese and they call them Bamiene. They been get beaucoup caterpillar there. But when we grow up, Lebanese them, they always be the look we like say, then now we papa them or we people and boss them. Now they buy diamond at their hand. So that be the look say we kind of a little bit inferior to them. You know, they're kind of superior. So we not be a play with them picking them. Even at Kono, they begin Lebanese school. Just like the one that begin at Fitong, Lebanese school. So for school that picking, they're not going to no private school. We are not seen none. You know, but the Maraka, the Madingo, and the Timni, and the Kono, people are working in their own place. We all be the mingle. We be the play around. We be the joke around. It been fun. They been get one water side. Even while in this street as a teenager, I be the good one river be the them they call Ikuma. Where they say today na holiday Ikuma and like out in like number two river. The man just like when they say Kabbalah for go up that hill. If you go na Ikuma na Kono, we be the jokes them. With them the talk say. Any full picking will go na Ikuma. It is crazy because the daddy they know what in they go na Ikuma. Then go read Quran for the whole night. Because not the fun time. You know, cannot be sweet. Diamond been there, people them get money. The one that they buy the diamond, they be jovial because I remember one time the daddy can just grab them and say, you know, Lord, go walk up to me, boss. We go, we meet other people because one Lebanese or even the Maracas themselves. Not be buy them. That's yourself not be buy them, but then picking them will all be legal. You know, you can just say, go work at to be boss, you go, you pull money, give maybe they give what in 1 pound or 2 pound, but 1 pound and 2 pound, it'll cook for you for 1 week. You know, things have been really good. You
so
know,
up the provinces then and day, yes, we know say them be the come na friton for come with the goods them. So how agriculture, I know say na Kono, you remember more, even when them be the mine diamond, them be the still plant, or na be just focus on agriculture.
Let me tell you something. I don't know for sardine and lunch or meat, but any native food them well people that they crave today in a salon. It be simple. Rest. We be the plant rest. SLPMB. You be go there, you go na SLPMB, we get rest. We be the export rest. Now that SLPMB be there for. We be the export rest. One team in the line they would them call Yeluboya, with them pamper them the commodity. If you go na Agenet, one place they would them the one side they did the end of Malamachomo Street, them they call her Agenet and Sopit. And the other name them they call them, yes. The other name them they call them, they call her. I don't want to let the young boy they call them long step.
Yes, na long step, na so.
Na so is still they call them long step, prostitute them in
yeah, na so is still they happen. It not change you. I see they talk and so. Na so is still the
prostitute them in there. Now don't be the go, my brother. You know, long step the day, the back that side, pamper them with the candy. Where they land, where they come on a Yeluboya, you know, they bring rest, chimney line, now the rest, then they bring. They get them big pamper them, not to they get some pamper, they get 2 engine. Big one, then they bring rest, then get up balabara, they get rest of them, they call Konobala, brown one, Konobala rest, brown one. You know, people will not be the buy because when you come to cassava leaf, potato leaf, crane, okra, we be the get at Pamai, be they come from Mende line. Boku eating kono self, they get cacao. But the main cacao, now Mende line, I think that the boss, the first caller, get that right. When they get a cacao show. When they get a cacao show, the band that will be member will be the go play. You get a Pro National. you get Sabona 75, you get Muye Power. With them guy that they have feel sad, one of them guy that they say died not too long ago with Corona, New Jersey, Abu White. You know, with them guy that they be they play, with them, if they tell you, man, a free tongue. If they tell you today now holiday, that place they will not see so with them call say na the SLPP the office. With them say
by government Fianda.
By government
yes.
Now they not been the city hall. Now they city hall been there. You know, now they city hall been there. No, what is city hall? Excuse me. Not to city hall, town hall.
Town hall, yes.
City hall.
Yes.
Now town hall been there.
Yes, you're right.
Now town hall been there. Where they say holiday, my brother. Now Freetown, all them boy out the been chuk now na craziness. Devil and the commot. We suddenly grow up na Eastern. We get one devil will be the commot na Watasai. Na Moa. One ship be there will be wrecked. Middle water will be the call like Bebelam. Will be the call like Bebelam. One devil be there will be the commodity they call as Simabud. I mean, we they done that because I know they talk now about paddle. When paddle come out, that's it. Because paddle magazine cut. Now let me grow up. I mean, a magazine cut, I know everything but magazine cut. Now let me grow up. When paddle, they say paddle come out today, everything stop. I mean, we they done dance done. You get paddle, they come on at Eastern, Bloody Mary, they come on at Western. You know, you get all the devil, but we'll all be united. Even though the way where the government at the time they do they make us so that where the devil and the candidate they meet each other. Like now where they see trade, then they meet up the chuk now. They make them when one they come from Bay Road all the way Kleintown, Kissy Road, Mountain Court, then the other one they come out Adelaide Street, Chaka Stevens Street, so that they need to run into each other. You know, and then in the evening we go na town hall. You know, up there, Saban up 75, they play. Then we the bobo, then we dey downstairs. You know, then we begin another mommy and one pa, Creole people them they call them mommy goodies and pa goodies. Then we dey buy government wife, bigos. You know, them they sell kerosene, na their store. Old people them. Up the house, then they get dancing hallway. Holiday time. Now don't be to go back for go dance. The man will get them high boots them. You're afraid for it because the trousers you get for time so tight, you believe you send inside for clip the button. Yeah, bro. Having good time.
So what do you remember about SLPMB?
SLPMB now the Sierra Leone Produce Marketing Board.
Yes.
Now they will be the most of the product them where Sierra Leone be the producer, they them the care them go.
Will be the exports so then they?
Them the exports, yes.
Okay.
You know, now they them the care them go because me remember me auntie man be the import, be the export, them the export barefoot. We be the go pick barefoot to the care and go there. You know, but when you go there, they see orange, lemon. You see different things and where different people that they go for go export. We'll be the export better food. We know that. We family will be the export better food. You know, so Salon not being a craving for food. No, we're not be a craving for food. Not to now where we get because when we grow up in Africa, I tell you, man, because we're not been getting none of that sick here. Cancer may not be the reporter. It be there, but may not be the reporter. Because everything will be there is a natural, grown. In fact, fertilizer said now plenty come. Nobody not be they use fertilizer. They believe in the natural way. Plant you grow you crops them, then grow, you harvest, you eat. Papa say hungry not be there. And we the young people will not be no more politics. Will not be put on into politics. What will be put on into play ball na street. Play ball and play one game where they call both kiddie. You know, where they put cup. With the good enough with the sand like the milk cup. We want some milk them we didn't have filter them they call sweet milk. We get sweet milk, they will get pig milk. Then corporate, they send somebody fluke up. We now they call baseball or cricket.
Yeah.
Now then game then will be but kitty. Then will be the play. We get some other games that where they play some other game that called Coco. You know, we get Bangate. Then say we get some games and we they can win and like board them, 3 board them. Whether they hang and they do something like gun.
Yeah, for spin and they shoot, yes, right? Make it for
it spin. If for them,
yes.
For them, they don't kill the ball.
Yes.
Then they give money.
Yeah.
You remember? you know, there's so much things and what will be engaged. We hate them, but politics have been today. And I make sometimes they work in call and they annoy young people and they talk about politics. We hate it in one because back then, what you be concentrate on for hangout. If na one junction, we get down to the Sudan at Bombay Street, we get down to the Sudan up Party Street, Kisi Road, Kobe Road, but we all unite. The street football, the street games them, wouldn't they challenge? Would be they organize them, would they play? Say in the 80s now, we then begin bonding other bobo them from Kasim to Galompan, to Shao, to Brahma George them, to Pikimpele, to Papa Limba, all over the day. You know, then at the 80s now, when they begin bonding now, we be taking them with the gun at that small, with the gun parade. They get game down, they play na parade. They get game down, they play na Mabela. It be fun. Politics not the day. Fest not the day. We'll be so united. We all grew up. School be good. When I say school, because the thing is, you want to go school. The reason why you want to go school, because one thing school sports. When I say today school sports, my brother, you go wherever it's not team, you go team for dress. It's because one school been there na Eastern. Where if they say today now then your sport, no matter what happen, you want it. Amadia. Amadia the sports today. We get the secondary school sport. We even get the primary school them where they play each other. Then the secondary school them in the way they play each other. You know, then we get a small league day. And from that small league day now they get people them where they go for go play the big game. Because me, I grew up na Eastern. But me not the mighty Blackpool man. I grew up as mighty Blackpool. Can you believe? Grew up na Bombay Street, you know, mighty Blackpool. If people like say, you go sit down at the Lion's Mouth. My whole family, everybody around me, Eastern Lions. But that not be there.
Okay, before we left you for go.
Talk about politics.
All right, before we left you for go, what's in one remarkable thing where you go remember, will be happen that thing before we go call the next caller? When you, maybe from your teenage years now, what thing you be really remember what happened, where you not go ever forget that day?
I go tell you for plain, it's not the 80s, I go tell you it's not OAU.
Okay. How that particular day they be look like na salon?
Let me tell you. Liberia na the Ostam, 1979. I remember we get TV now. They been get one music and also good for singer now. Where President Tolbert they hand over the baton to Shaka Steven. They been get music for that with the watch on a TV. Less than 1 week. Now we already say they don't overthrow President Tolbert. Samuel Kedo took over. But the OAU it continue. Remember, we small, we go to na Kisi Road. 110 them pass, and none would have announced or would have broke the rumor, say, oh, Tamekedo, they come. If they see what we small, we run go to na Kisi Road, they wait for see Tamekedo, but he not come. Then we see people like Dauda Jawara, we see Kamaradi Nyerere, we see Kenneth Kaunda. I mean, it be fun. It be Absalom be fun. You see, we've been getting in our house. So maybe fortunate for the cedar. Even when they can alumni, we get TV, then they even have been a live broadcast, SLBS. SLBS, they make a live broadcast. So I mean at the OAU. The other thing why we want put light for Probe College. Probe College will look today like a dumpster. Won't be to go up Probe College, Tripoli. The lecturer that will be there, they feel like some foreigner there. Why would they see them? Because they get them quarters and then at Leicester. Why would they see them? Where they work out? Would they admire them? Tripoli will be the going to Probe College. Any somebody will remember this. Probe College, then students, and then they eat it, and they throw away the rest. Would they go there with plastic bag? Would they go buy the rest? Them they call and legit. You they go up Probe College. You they go buy the leftover. Then they call and legit. 5 cents, 25 cents. Then they flop you plastic bag for you. You can't don't you eat. You buy food. then they never go back again. Probe College. Then they eat it and they leftover. Now don't we go to plastic bag them. Then call that rest them. They call and legit. We go up there because we go pick plum up there. Oh, the pass up by Albert Academy. So, man, I've been memorable time, man. Me get fun. You know, I've been get fun. Grow up in Sierra Leone from the 60s, 70s, 80s, because I left before the war came. We been get fun. And I make a love because I love Salon so much. You know, it pain me now when you see young people like they talk about fat. During we own day, fat not been there. I've been just fun. That's all, my brother. Thank you very much for taking the call.
Thank you very much, Omar. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Today is a special day. Where they get memories them back then. We get somebody else on the line right now. You can introduce yourself for we, sir.
Yes, hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Mina Alusai Caesar, they call from London.
Yes, Alusai Caesar, when we be to play the song at the start of the program, what thing come to mind?
Tripoli, now they do a very good job, first of all, to start with. Now the kind media, it's like say, we don't come for cancer, we lives them. They do things them. This program when I come today with I look back, it make me nearly shed tears. I remember then we Salom the good days of Sierra Leone. Me I go school train bindi anyway, although I know ride them.
So what's happened then in the way even the caller we just come out to my himself say he no ride am but he been there. What's him be happening?
Yeah, business no ride am but he been there because maybe they offline, you know, this I will be the low side at the time. But he been there.
Okay.
Yeah. Then oh God, I remember then said that even this music na been gramophone, be papa been get gramophone na us. Oh, they listen to music, na gramophone. We get that big phone there. You get big phone there too. We can enjoy the phone and say, that the phone there, we can say na phone there, make we enjoy music so. Big one.
So whose part where you grew up?
I grew up na Lonsal and Putloko.
Okay, Lonsal and Putloko. How it be dialect where you na be picking the intended day?
Oh, those days were the good days of Sierra Leone. Those days were the good days. They tell the day, oh God, would they go school? Would they eat? You know they miss school self because you know say you get for good school, you get for eat in school, food day for eat. You know they ever miss class.
So also you grow up then day, then be they serve, then be they give meals in school.
Meals in school. Crayon, books, everything was free. Believe you me, Tripoli, everything was free. Crayon, primary school there was slate. We will begin from
so now the school is this now then Catholic school or a government school?
Yeah, Catholic school again. Catholic school I go now. I see primary school now.
Okay.
Yeah, now there I go.
So waiting them una be get agriculture be still go on alongside or waiting be the source of income there?
Agriculture be there. Agriculture, you know, say any side where agriculture day, food not a problem, and that was really what was going on at the time. Any side where agriculture now Sierra Leone, they all man don't become lazy, all man don't come back na free song, all man don't know again waiting for do plumber, no able doing job again, would have sabi plumbing, you know able do waiting a plumbing, would have an electrician, you know he taking job serious again, would have na this now, oh God, oh my God. Believe you me, truthfully.
So then telling they will una be small. So una self because we don't get from somebody we then be they get holiday job like we school lock. Una you self una self be the experience and alongside.
No, well now holiday job where I go secondary school, where holiday job them be day. Well like me na the not so be they go na to tobacco company waiting na McKinney. Now, I don't know where Mr. Evans was the manager at the time. Mr. Evans, I think the manager at the time was Evans. So they go get holiday job then day. Now when I go secondary school, holiday jobs then be there for students. But no primary school and they don't go expect primary school.
Yes, I understand.
At the time. But secondary school will go there. Job there be there with tobacco, this old tobacco company we don't collapse so. If they produce thousands and from the village, old tobacco company they produce people where they employ workers them from the village, from where they plant the tobacco, from where they can process them, they come where they make and take to cigarettes for smoke. Now for it only. Now make a look. First will get one place where they call Wellington. Where that place they make a purely industrial area. Industrial area. That place they don't collapse. Typically that place they where we born yonder. You get suitcase factory. You get school factory.
You get matches factory.
You get matches factory. Yeah. You get cigarette factory. I think even Marmite at one point I they make even Marmite. I think so. Yeah. All that they don't collapse. Oh God, Sierra Leone. Why? Sierra Leone, why is that?
So that
person will sing that music, Sierra Leone. Yeah, Sierra Leone, those are the best days of Sierra Leone.
So that Sunday, how even Talek for food business?
Yeah.
Food business, how you Talek? Food business.
Eh?
I say like food. Team for it, how we be Talek that Sunday?
Food day. If you're hungry, you go to your uncle, go eat day. You go, yeah, food day outside. If you go to your auntie, go eat day. Now I make this tribalism business. Me, I don't know. Sierra Leone, Chibulela tell you tribalism no day. Now politicians they try for.
No, I want to reach day today because we still get to continue the show. Today, I just want to focus on the good old days. As they come with the program, now so go they evolve. We begin ask questions. Who shall we go?
No. This program is so good. I'm so happy. Not to do again listen. People they listen now with the place quiet, but other people they are with the listen. The program is so good. This now the things that would expect way other media then for they do na Sierra Leone. Them good old days they remind we how for be peaceful. How for let we safe. How people them be there. Who papa them be let themselves. They don't care who na mende, they don't care who na chimney, they all be let themselves. Why we with the picking the way they don't come on now, one don't come turn different. This guy in your mind, no, sir.
So then telling they will be they come up in our teenage years, when they begin to say, hey, I like that woman day, How wanna be the play on a game then telling they?
Then telling they, well, to God, woman say, we and a letter you write.
Okay.
You write letter to the woman. You know, woman don't go be to go and namu. Na letter. And the letter the day, I wish I can do the kind thing again these days. You get for design them, make them fine, make something will go outside the woman. You understand? You get for play your game inside the letter. Make a nice, bring something. There was those are
so
the best.
So what about the schooling then tending day? Now I just want to focus on alongside the schooling then tending day. Girl picking and boy picking, all man they go school?
All man they go school. Because you see Losal, One thing about Losari is being dominated by the Catholics. Them we get good schools then at Losari.
Okay.
You think of from the primary school, then get Guadalupe, then they get Miata, win and now Murialdo, win. Now they say be attend Murialdo secondary school, win and be Miata first them. And now they not change that to Murialdo. You think about vocational secondary school, now Losari. You think about Don Bosco. So it's like Losari is being dominated by the Catholics. And which is very good because then they say don't play a part for do something and they place there.
You know what, make I ask you that question now because you say then send in a letter on the right. So now make I ask you, what if somebody wants woman now, you are write a letter about this person not to go school. Now make I ask say how
well, that means if you write letter to a woman, that time the education be gone. Now the woman herself will be go school or man be go school.
So then they wait for stay before they reply or then they reply one thing.
Well, the reply it depends. If he like you, he go reply one thing. But if you not like you, then it will take a very long time.
Okay. Now we don't come out to that teenage years. I want to come now to like a young adult. What's in the first work where you do? The first job where you do?
Well, me, the first job what I do, me na be a teacher.
Okay. So how we been talented for a teacher inside salon?
It be difficult. Me, the teaching work what I do, then the well, you teaching work, yeah, it been good. No, well, I say the tell what me can fall now by the teaching, now the tell what things don't begin go bad, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, now the tell what things don't begin go bad.
So like that time where you na be teenager, what na be the good job then where they say this person in papa or in mama get this kind of job, una they consider and say they don't make them.
Well, which side will be there alone? So you know, say they didn't mind be they go on, will be get del cool, you know. We na be one of the most what is a company in the national who don't have do business day. We been get delco, so people are on that delco side. Now they be there, all man be the work. You know, things then they boom, band then they come, then they will be get like other side, will be get the kings, no, not the kings, we get godfathers, we get the dukes, we get we power, we get Afukumbu. We get Sabano 75. Band that they come, then they play. Things that they go on. Electric, the difficult of for people. But then see how they go. So social, something they make people. Sometimes they go pull their heart from certain things that will make them cause problem. But nowadays, we know they see them till the day again. First time social business, where this come this. Then they keep people in mind from other things. We go make them feel happy, social, you know, is something is upset these days.
The household, now mama and papa they work, or na papa no more be they work then the day?
Me papa, me mama
no, in general,
yeah,
now, like say if you want for make them, you know, like now, everybody has to find, you know, but then now mama and papa they go work, or mama they take care of the pikin in the house, then papa and they go find them. Hi,
no, then they talk about me on side.
Okay, continue.
Then the new mama. Now the first nurse they work na Mabesene hospital where they found Mabesene hospital na Losari. Na my mama na the first black nurse them we they work in fact na them 3. Yeah, my mama we na Teresa Kadima Sare, LC Kamara and the other person one other person back. Na them 3 we na black. We na them 3 we na the first black we work na Mabesene hospital. So then they me family they look okay. My papa said be the work. My papa na be teacher.
Okay, but you daddy that 10 day where in be they teach instead meet up the bad time, or na you come inside the teaching now can na the 10 you meet up the bad time.
Well, I no go say because now I dey look at things. Say me papa in 1978, if me papa able build house then they well, I think he do well. 1978 for let build house na Potloko. I think he do well. Yeah.
Okay, what's in one part the memory them where you want left with we? When you not be picking or teenager, one thing where you remember, where anytime like who play that music, something that particular incident they kick in, where you want share with we?
Well, the memory well 1980. I remember 1986 where I go watch Nabin Guadalupe. Guadalupe Sports. I think it was in 1986 where Guadalupe Sport are fortunate for watch this group where I think Afocombo where Patricia Sule everything there. Then they with them. I watched them live. That's one of the greatest moments where are fortunate for watch them. You know. And I think now this beginning, I not feel say they're going to get the opportunity. Then these are the things the way you will see. Everything is being now social media, this and this and this. First time there is no social media. Would they do things them amicably without? Would they enjoy themselves?
All right, thank you very much, Alusain. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir. Let God bless Sierra Network.
Thank you.
Yeah, with Naukuna they do. Let God protect you now. You know, easy the Wokuna they do.
Amen. Yeah, thank you. Well, that's not be Alusain Caesar. Some people and they ask how for join the show. These people are the couch now, and the one that will be done plan for today own program. But however, you yourself get for good opportunity for make you can tell way about your own good old days. But today we don't want to focus outside the problem happened. We just want to focus on how it was back then, the good old days. Yes, sir, you can introduce yourself for we, sir.
Yeah, this is Patrick.
Yes, Patrick. What thing you want for share with we, sir?
Well, like for me, my own experience, I'm born 10 years after independence. Let's say 9 years after. So I probably get a little small experience from the 80s to, from the early 70s to 80s.
Okay, but back then, where you be the grow up? Whose part you grow up?
I grew up between Freetown and Kono.
Okay, another Kono.
Yeah. Well, later they are born at Kono, 1970. You know, when I 10 years, that was 1980, I can't fit that because of my stubbornness. You know, rough boy, they say I don't really obey. So, pastor me to me on Kuna over force. And then I'm a soldier. You know, then I'm the military. So I grew up now over force.
So in my first barrack, now so it be don't turn from them.
Yes.
So that part they outside the barrack they so now they the barrack be there even in that 70s, 80s day.
Of course, everything is in a barrack and you know, church they barrack, school they, you know, but the thing that I say I grew up stubbornly, you know, so they're going to say you, before you start putting into trouble, you go there to, you are seeing now, Will Street, Kisiru, after Party Street, no, Bombay Street, you pass Bombay Street, you go Will Street, Will Street, Will Street, number 10. So I did it and I began attend primary school at St. Edwards.
How Kisiru would be done then 10 day?
To me, back in the early 80s, Freetown was not that much activity to go on because nothing on the day Freetown for unless when the holiday time they reach. Now you see people that they're active, they come on the street. Freetown was quiet, peaceful, nobody know the other nobody. Most of the action at Colon did go because Colon was the actor of Sierra Leone. Can only get the name because all the money mandate now cannot they go the net money. If they can't return it for job, like what the two first scholar they call. I grew up with the first primary school I go to Corona was on there then Kakede. I know if you don't read them there. Then Namaka Bobode, the pilot Namara, then Tamajabi. There was some school I go with some Lebanese Bobode school by the attack. The name of the Lebanese school, the Jazzy. Mama Jazzy, M Jazzy.
But Lebanese school be there attending a corner.
Yes, but they normally like for go there because of the restriction. I mean, why go there? So then just like the RC boys who say the way they do anything, nobody know the talk. Yeah.
So how the discipline at school be turned into the
the discipline at school was tough because no public trouble. Teacher they beat you. Then if you say the go late complainer, you part the file in at school, if you tell the teacher in front of the school, so let them beat you back on top. Then so there's no way where you go do bad thing at school, the teacher will turn against you. So you therefore behave yourself. And some of the things that we do now after school, the rates, where they do 1 hour lunch, we come back like 30 minutes later and I them in the punishment for. But the discipline was so strict that the victim, just a teacher, they don't beat you up. Now let's say some of you with well and three choices, put sponge on that, whether they beat you with the car, like say they beat the, but whether they give things per week now, that they do now we learn, now we're back, now we learn, so that don't make, so the discipline was there. They're not the suspended so no more at school, but the beat you go get them. If I go beat you or family they bring you at school, or they disgrace in front of the whole school. So this boy, so everybody, go wonder.
When they take lesson, then
yes. So they take lesson, then
after
they pay
school.
For lesson after school. Would I want to say, I saw some teacher they get no extra money because I know.
What sort of activities they after school? Apart
after
from the
school,
lesson.
the best activity is play ball. The one that when no one go to house for go do house chores. Because most of we are go bet you say, if you don't want to go do house chores or you don't want to go to farm, because we go like me, I grew up now. I say when I from the 70s to 80s, 82. I think after 82 and after freedom, because then they get civil riots. So then they call strike, APC and XFPP strike. Then tell them they fight for one party state. Yes, that one party state election. They go on. So balance they so much now so that after that 82 I can't talk.
So how did they live then in Akono with the Maraka and the Lebanese then? How we been done
like me, I don't get much problem. My family work now NDMC, he was a top man. And most of these diamond dealers guys there. All of them. So when they see me around, that they give me that respect there, that they introduce me to the Peking there, and they go eat them at the house. So if I don't eat the house, they got to be there like then Kakake me get more than 5 wives. So the whole lady, this one comes, so they are like sabi cook. I think they go eat them. And then they eat now. So that they phone me there. Then Kakake, then Jabi there, then Tama Jabi, you get some top Mahakama level there, they make good money. So my family, most of them, then this Lebanese man, Kasim Basman, when I'm one of the oldest Lebanese man, I cannot take it as I talk in it. I will not say, because I know, in picking the hall, so that they do well. Then Waka Frito now, in the 80s, beside 82, say, Rodadov. You know Rodadov? When we did dance street.
Dance street, yeah.
Yeah. So now that I sit me O level, but still I now continue for go college until the money can and right. I begin to work. I made the work na Sakandas, na Kinton. Decided me the make Pega Park, Tasman, so the money made the streets na me I let me the focus again and then. But thank God at least I able to complete some of the course there. So give me credit, So waiting at 92. I mean, they go now up and down, fit down, you know. Yeah. So then the thing was inside Freetown now, life was simple, as I say. Most young man that only activity.
Freetown be clean.
Oh, Freetown be clean. That they
people are not be they throw away the in our streets, then be they throw away, then they find them or waiting at that time. Why make it be clean?
Freetown be clean because they may get centered also they go to a dirty. Like down Party Street before you go meet Bombay Street. Then they get one dirty box the way they go to a dirty.
So the dirty box full up on they throw and are gone?
No, they get people that way they may pay, where they all now forget that the dirty no more. They sit down there, where flop, you know. Yeah. Where flop, then the backpacker where they go empty that one, the way the other one time they flop and the loader. They normally they go there, they do 24 hours, even at night, then they get small bumper. So then they most of around other place where they go city council they pay them because now the new job done there. Then Freetown young man and the young man, the best thing like who get intercept sports, now then turn yourself one flex. You want to show yourself, you want to go bluff, you come to see where the best Reebok pump, you get the best Adidas, you get the best LAGR trade, you know, especially we meet up them people, meet up Academy, grammar school. You know, these are big school names there. But you say that you come out or adult, they're not even looking so. But you dress them out, now they immediately pull them, you know. So some of we now by the dressing they will be able to kill them. Because we get the opportunity for where from them designer there for me young. You know?
So before we let you forgo, what's in one part the memory the way you want to share with we?
The memory was when in 1985, yes, exactly 1985, where Mama take power, where she take there. We go now checking host, not here my road. If I'm able to run when family the work for checking. So make party. The Bobo invites me. The me and go. I got meet checking.
Remember what you be wearing that Sunday?
The ladies, I tell you go laugh. Track suits. I'll be wearing Adidas track suit, blue one. Then with one Reebok pump. That Reebok pump, there was now one Piscop man. When my car, you know, that Piscop man, they left and give me. That Piscop car, they are not, and it was, remember that day they will get pen friend. I mean, write a lot of pen friend. So that's why I said, no, that Piscop man. Now, the British guy, he ended up trying salon as Piscop. So when you get the car, you know, he bring that Reebok pump. Now, he even bring the metal detector. You know the metal detector where they look around for 10 points, they are passing, and then 15 and they give me. But that track suits them. I buy that track suit, then I Red Cross. Dunkin' Tubbers, because that's when they Red Cross, when they open them, they still use thing there. Nice thing there, you know. So I went out closely, I go for that party there. And I tell them I need to check. You know, he tell me to give you a story, they advise me, they advise the car. So I said, wow, you know, when the following morning now, we all go, the Bobo, me, and Pa, we all go corner with Momo. We go corner because follow them to get a cacao show. That was the first cacao show I ever see. I mean, life in a corner, 1985. When I see that cacao show there, then I spent some time with my uncle there, with my father, and I left them there because I mean, they can do all that thing in that kind of stuff. So it was a nice experience, you know, for me to the great Patrick King, which was, you know, when mommy talk about the nose. When you see nose, you know the beer, you must laugh. And believe me, I didn't also call somebody mama. They said, no, not in mama, in papa. He said, now why they pay papa? Excuse me for the language. Now why they pay papa? That was the exact word he said. I don't know beer. I laugh, you know, I just keep, you know, young man, just keep quiet, the AG said, no, I have struggle. Then tell the FSD there, they don't really care about security, sir. They know how that now, for so they search you, that they did, they go in and out, all the things they do, it's not, that actually you invited, there is not, they don't need for sure say that in the C invitation card or this. Just carry the exercise. The thing was normal, not that more protocol for say they will search you, they will be. So that was how checking was kind of free. So it was a nice experience for me. I will ever live or remember that day. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. We get somebody on the line where if one can share an experience with me. You going to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, my name is Samuel. I call from Austria.
Yes, Samuel from Austria. You don't hear other previous callers them within and they explain to we how your own childhood be look like.
Well, of course, are the best days in my life so far. Then tell them day. Then tell them day, of course, Salon be sweet. As I read plenty of the things or some callers they don't talk. And you talk about the city and tell them day.
So whose part you grew up?
I grew up in Frobe, Baby Street.
Okay, Frobe. So how Frobe turned then day? Where you been they grow up?
Wow. It be very nice. It be very nice. And then they, God, the streets, they all fly streets, Davis Street, Kennedy Street, all be good. The cars, they be good. Most cars, they go take taxi na Frobe Road. Come wait for you, mama. Maybe they pass you come here for they pass here out there. I don't. That you come there, it's a bit of and they go say on a vote for me taxi don't kiss you. You don't for the go take taxi without park. You wait, taxi don't even wait for mama. They maybe get them dress. They go inside the taxi. Can they go inside? They go get street lights. Street pump, no don't come up play ball for no woman no can beat you. No kissing Kennedy Street system municipal. Now dust, now being red dirty, then telling they so we don't play with all red. With the camp force now the street pump wash day before even go now house make one not beat you. Inside come with dirty so. Street lights, I don't know cool story in red. People that they talk about not the country the sweet, what's up, the lights be there. Maybe they even say the pump one lock, they announce on a radio, say pump the lock tomorrow. So time. They do 2-3 days. So that now we will go send and keep more water. So that we pump lock because of the maintenance for which when the maintenance the dam or so or clean them. So they even announce on a radio before they send them. That was the best time where I enjoyed Salon. Then really Salon be sweet.
So then even when you be small, you'll be ever get any kind of memory, say people one left Salon, one come out Salon, all man they try to go overseas, or because of this kind of the experience, people not be even bother for like the America and the England.
People I don't want to remember say I say for my own parents them or any other people that were there around till they want to go overseas. 99.9% in telling the people that will be go overseas and people that will be go for go study. Just for go study and come back. Especially in telling the most of the time, during the Pacific time, people that will go Russia, go study and come back. 99.9% people that they go out, really, but if they go study, or maybe come and send them to go learn something and come back. Nobody no one stay. For say at the time they're gonna run a Salon because of things that difficult. No.
So then telling them how the relationship with Frobe, Fullerton and Aberdeen, how we been like?
Well, that's not one of the good things that the Frobe, Fullerton. The relationship is very good. We know say that okay, we get some. You know, if we full of more society, we get GGC, OJ, ONT, Milans, Alaboke, so, you know, the thing, that particular side are more of too much of culture or something will take place. They will be getting gulu, then can let them all be there. But, you know, all things they work well. In a way you don't see conflict. In the only way you will see any kind of image, like a Milans, the man in those days, they didn't Milans. So maybe they both things sing against Alaboke. Alaboke have them make waiting and put in sync. That was just something like that. But nothing like kill person or this and that. You know, the relationship is there with Fubefi, one of the most for call who he says as a man business now Fubefi. Everybody we born or we grew up in Nigeria and they were then telling me to say Fubefi was dangerous. But all the things they know be happen. The relationship is very cordial and genuine.
So waiting at the experience, one thing you want left with we before you go. We want to share with we. Where could you be small if now teenagers? Waiting you remember what you want to share with we.
Well, what you really I really enjoy in those days where I will let for share is all I be talk about one thing where very important to say when school time when you say but love, if you ask that question by listening and say my letters they will be the right. Now, one of the most experienced things and then you get to be really talented for writing letter because you get to put everything when you go for talk in writing in emotion way for that person to convince.
So the man can get pressure then and they for write that letter day?
Big time. My pressure. Because you have to put words the way, some words they will be learning, especially the person lets you down. We go say, hey, the worst punishment is loving somebody who cannot give you love in return. All that stuff like that, you get to know some of the things when they put there. We go cajole that person.
So the letter, the man and the writer in secrecy or in company of other people who go add words then to the letter?
No, you will find all the source of who said forget the words, but you write and thinking because no one, let the friend says know which you try for right. Okay. So in case that will backfire, can last you. You understand? So you write that in secret, but you go don't find source of your words there and make sure you get a quiet moment and you go design that letter, you go put flower, you go put flower, then they put love, you go put them in a way. Oh, I really remember that and that's not the memories where I get. For that old days and the way I know we ever forget.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Yes, caller, you can introduce yourself for we?
Concerns Leone from Australia.
Yes, we did talk about the good old days. What thing come na your mind when we just say the good old days, that's alone?
Well, for me, when you talk of the good old days, that becomes specific to me on time, where I witness and where I enjoy so much, especially childhood. Those days, there were no boundaries. Our lives were not consumed by politics. We are all one as a country. We see the country as one. No divisions, no argument, no cause, no nothing. We just play as kids, as youth. In those days, we didn't have the streets. We go to Flaman Chacha when we put there in those days. That about Sus. We get out to Shilimbo.
Which area where you grew up?
McKinney.
Okay, now we don't get McKinney. We don't get Lonsa. We don't get Kono. So how McKinney be look like back in the days?
McKinney is one of the best towns and one of the most peaceful places in Sierra Leone. It was very peaceful and youth were very engaged in activities that were mainly focused on youth. Like we get games like that bush kidding, who they get up, ball pan, who keep youth, who they get them some scope, who they throw inside, get the main man with the Batman. And something like that game where they can play in Australia, where somebody can map the Batman, they bat. So you put the cup inside, now you know the main post where they control the bat. So you get for engage the other players then. Make sure then cup they knock inside a pan where they put together circle. So you get for defend that. So you can hit them then tomatis cup then they as far as possible when they keep the people for being an exercise all the time. So that's now one of the games that I enjoy. You get tete, who they take that socks, stuff out, would stuff them with sand and coconut tick, who they bat. We get two players them. We get the umpire where they bounce the ball for make sure say the ball the socks get for the round the coconut tick. if the coconut, if the socks sound completely, when you hit the ball from the other side, that was get for promote, and you don't win the game. So those are the games that we actually keep people busy, and make we focus and things that we do as youth and enjoy that time. And one of the things Mbako I enjoyed most was the agricultural show. In those days, the northern areas were so engaged in agriculture, so much that
what's in the produce more than they.
Like when you look at them sending in a rice.
Okay. The wala rice, which kind of rice?
The wala rice.
Okay.
Now that wala rice. You get that, like the Sanda area, then they produce more of that pepper. Sanda was a main product of that hot pepper chili. Then they produce chili more. You get that Benin, you get them Krubola, then Bumbuna area, then Kranko area. We get people who go buy markets and they them granite. We go to that Krubola area. Outside the Kranko people and they were heavily producers of granite and then Benin, So when you look at the agricultural, so we get two bands that will be the Komatina Bo Okenema. I still remember Dr. Nawi versus Sounds of Thunder. Where them band and they can play na Makeni Bra, any corner where you did and that's where the music they pump. You did not say na sober sets they don't come. So they will be there as speaking with you. One go na the field, say, one go see this set, so the place, so this set, where people in Makeni. So there was that competition between those two powerful sets by then where Abi, whom memory recall. I think one come up from Bo, one from Kenema. When our Dr. Nawi, the other one, Sounds of Thunder. So the one they can compete, would I get the highest volume, would they produce the highest volume of music? And those days were very good memories. That they engage the people, activate the people for engage more in agriculture. And now that all don't fade out and don't die out. People will not get people will not get too much appetite in agriculture as compared to the 80s. I remember when Momo become president. When they sing, would I give Momo power?
Nah, God. Mama, she don't take power. Yeah, Mama, no, God don't put today. What are for you? You know, they run past you.
You know, to believe, I don't ever sabi in color. When the convoy come on at Freetown, when they don't announce it, Ashekiro announce it, the next president will be Anubaki, na Momo. Me, they be a foot one. I follow that convoy from Makini. I don't know how I head inside the color on foot. Imagine the kind of energy and crowd will be there behind that convoy. We ended being in Binkolo. I never would say for Makini again because I was young.
So how post office be there then tending?
Yeah, the post office be there near town hall na Station Road. Na Station Road, na the post office be there. And the post office by then was very, very active. By then, when we be students, we get to call a pen pal program. Where in forms they come, they say, we want to get party overseas. They go then forms here and then school. Students, they engage, they write their name, their date of birth, their address. Then we get people to collect their information, send them overseas. You become connected with white people, you become connected with friends. We exchange drawings, call them pen pal friends. In those days, the post office was very active. They would go house to house and deliver packages and letters to people. That all don't change.
So which major school, I not say St. Francis, which other school would be they compete with St. Francis back then?
Back then was Benevolent.
So Benevolent and St. Francis, now the two now be the champion?
Those are the highly class grade A schools, and by then would be the heavily compete.
And the Benevolent back na Catholic, right?
No. Well, Benevolent come in because there was a time, say the Catholic then get principle in those days, even in overseas here, wherein when the people like sit selectives, most of the people who are priority at first, what they can consider in those times, now people who are Catholic, people who are Christian, most times that they first can engage and admit that the schools them. So like some of the people who are Islamic people, they say and say, they don't pick it, they want to go some of their school here. They struggle. That is how people come together, like young Muslim people come together in those days and create this school when Apa Alaji Conte, na be the head of that school, the way can bring people together, market people and make sure say they build that school by Ropolo area. So now that's how benevolence come about. Because the massive people will be the picking will be one for Gun and St. Francis. The number so much that the school will accommodate them. So the community see and fit say people will get we smart and fit say. The population of people picking the one going at this school, no people going at the school because of the amount of people that we go, because they get a lot of opportunities in St. Francis by then. Maybe they give books them, then they sell books them from where they come out Italy, then to Polino books them to students there. So a lot of students, the way they can see selected, become more activated, more one for going at St. Francis or Catholics in schools them because of the facilities and because of the quality of education when they be the give. So a lot of students don't be get the grade they be want. Sometimes get left out. So you get Muslim people, other concerned people in Amakini will say, let me try for build another school for actually get them to care about, for make them go school. So that is how benevolence come about when Makituma and come together, people of different faith, not specifically even Muslim, and people concerned Makini people come together. Don't predominant playing people who are Muslim then come together, but other people from the community chip in. Because then they begin to miss out. Even though some people are back when are Christian, the way they want for me, they begin to go to St. Francis. Sometimes they're not get a number where the school wants. Or sometimes the school too small for the number of people where they put in for the school. They get left out. Some kids they can cry. Hey, I'm going to go to St. Francis, they cry. So that is how benevolence comes about, Namakini.
So waiting now one of the experience we want to share with you before we let you for go. One experience.
Well, one experience I get is like, in those days, our lives were not consumed by politics. Our life was consumed purely by unity, love, affection, caring for one another. And that Sierra Leone lost today. So this kind of program, very, very important. In short way, they bring a recap of Usa Salon Bide and Usa Wide now. How we go engage each other peacefully, respectfully, without any kind of way where they bring violence, division, where they bring a situation in the country where they create any better future for we next generation, we will take we own footstep. And that's very dangerous for the country. Now that made us see Sierra Leone where they worry me. If this kind of atmosphere we get in Sierra Leone, we not come in together and try to be as civilized people, try to be as people as one, look at Sierra Leone as one country, waiting at the legacy will be the left, waiting at the legacy will be left for the next generation, waiting them we inherit. Then when we go don't die tomorrow, we get forget accountability of the kind of Sierra Leone we left for the people. Now that's not my own thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, concerned citizen. Thank you, sir. Yes, we get, because I think the first woman this we don't get now the program. At least make we bring and come on board. Yes, ma, you go introduce yourself?
Hello?
Yes,
Nami?
yes, Nayuma.
Okay, na Patricia.
Patricia Van Lee. And I know the only woman who don't get now for can tell we small about back in the days. When you come, when you tune, you hear, I don't know if you hear the songs them and you hear other people and they explain, then to read them. How you feel?
Yeah. Now the last music we been played just now, we have been on left foot at the have been the dance music day. At the time, I said, oh, in those days. So I be anyway they always say why you get detail and the also a guy they talk about Kono in those days. He talk about agriculture.
So you said na Kono you grow up?
Yes, I grew up Kono and between Kono and Freetown. But in the time na Kono, the agriculture where they talk about now right inside me house, the agriculture grow up for take over Kono. I think una the area about Kono agriculture as well. me uncle na be the AO by then agriculture. If he ask then go sabia SS Aliu when I be later be a minister when I be honorable Aliu when they call him Paul Aliu when AFRC then take over. So that man then name Booth Kono or for be a place maybe who wanna say Kono na a fertile land. I connect people them. We say agriculture been done so good.
So how can be how I not say because now in you growing up as they now we talk about small, but in the how you feel say can they able to deal with diamond and agriculture?
Well, most times we like me own parents and NDMC that me that be the work in those days. NDMC will be not saying a be mining place if we doing in the work na NDMC a quarter zina both Kwedu and Ngema wona for the but to that it not being I think we gonna there quarters the way we be small but so they get sense now. They buy a big place now, Hollywood and within the cock finally na they compound na they will grow up in the way when they go school. Oh my God, the school in those days it.
So how being a girl child back then going to school, how be
well, we own days where they go school. They know whether a poor man picking, whether a gentleman picking. We are all equal because everybody there for everybody. That respect been there. Even in primary school will be the go. Then they give on a lunch. They care lunch to go from household. Then they cook for one at school.
So then they give school meal. Then they give meals at school.
Yes, then they give at school. Like they eat twice a day. You cannot also if you not go on for eat again. Because then they feed on them. And one man get plate and spoon and cup for eat. Then after that, if you want to go school in the morning, first thing, they pray. Before everything is started, don't eat breakfast. Eat breakfast, class starts. Lunchtime come, they get lunch. Before they go to the house, they get food. They eat. And by then, they remember for go buy like shoes abroad, then butter day. Then the butter in the extended economy because then they bring the choose them, they get them, then time for supply, the books them, everything. Now supply them, they supply on at school. Where they go school. Everything, oh my God, the school days been good. Let's say if you know one land, you go land. Because when they encourage you for like land, violence, been there, we don't know what in our politics. In the go school self, because they see any bad thing around you, so they remember self. Politics can what in pass or what in no pass or pitching or no. All say at school you get for go. After school, now also in the camp.
So how the relationship with the boy picking and the intending?
You a boy picking and girl picking. We don't remember the like now the goodness and violence. They happen. Girl picking, boy picking. What in they not say? They say, mama say not for beat woman. And mama say not for touch people in picking. That shit. Una the workers, una the place that then goodness the way they happen now. They can't una hate self. Una see una self like brothers and sisters.
So how the boy picking and Kenyanuna then tending the?
It's not easy, It's not easy to be honest with you.
Okay.
It's not easy. So say no more. You go. Then we just come. So say then sports time. They don't come. Una go to nap. Una they laugh. But that's it. If the boy picking self want to like for say they go meet you say that's also thing that book business. It's like that you want yourself if they make like say you get your own more code this thing this in the morning if you no pass you the see it teach you like a teacher. Now that's no more the day between now. Or now they exchange food or you want this I get food or Lord eat. Now that kind of thing they no more. But for saying Lord gonna be old, Lord go past time day, it wasn't like that. Okay, I don't remember ourselves. For say, remember say, this for go be me girlfriend, me for going to bed. They happen in those days. They see you now, they grow so. They even remember say boyfriend Mamia that business. And nobody they exist. Because then they make the people then they're munkuso. The so way is like where they see things now, you talk say, oh, so we've been backward, where things been they go on.
But what about the letter? Because we don't demand they say them be the right letter. Or maybe that's in the Konoyon, like your experience, you know, be experience that letter business.
Well, when me they grow up, they are only get letter. Which form have been they? From 4. Where I get letter. Where I get a letter there. I call me party there. I say, look this boy. You know my way once. He said, "Na me look the letter way guys."
You go pull the man in secret, because the man they say, "Na in secret," then they write the letter.
No, with the woman they talk and he say, "Hey, what he go do? What he go do?" Then he go, he ask the party, but what he for do? What he for tell that person there? Look the letter way write me. Look what he write. What he go tell her? He said, then they go tell you say, well. Now for reply, if you want to say, okay, I want you too. If you don't want to say, I don't want you. Now that kind of way then they no more. But for say, will be there, will not be exposed anyway. Whether letter they come, I me party there because I don't be no saying anything, whether a serious thing because in afraid. Maybe when they don't see yourself say, oh man, they go, but you a man get talk. That not be the happen.
So how una be they do for the una the girls them? How una be they do for keep una paddy business? Because now they say quick ala kinon can, but how una be they do for keep paddy business between una self?
Well, like we all woman, like not of us say everybody go be we all can be friend, but again closest friend, una can see don't talk act to act. So una the advice on herself like sisters. Una all the family knows, oh, this person, like how they come up. There was a friend. If he say I lost someone, they're gonna say, go to that person there, I'll say go meet Patricia there. Or if that person is lost, they say go to Patricia and also there. Because to the share, when they share things then for talk or private talk then to we serve, they say, me I'm not dependent on. If your parents then cannot give no, me they no can get me now. Because in those days, if your parents they not say you get boyfriend, you don't, then they beat you. Like we on the will be they come up or parents then that be religious people then if you say when you go school you get boyfriend or you small boyfriend self can say want you. Na crime. And so in the people like then they neglect you. So because of them thing, they be careful what you get for do. You know one self man say and see self say it want you because in the first thing if you parent they know that they you don't. So it not be easy for even like we own brothers themselves. If they see say if they party themselves they come to them. Then she say they look their sister, their party business they don't. Then they say see them like your sisters then we will be a friend. So now so we don't come up in time. But for sale I get this way. I'm not being get an experience this because they know they allow me. The Christianity lifestyle not being they allow me for go out there like that. Because I know say, they go church a day twice. If you don't go church, you know they eat for go pray. For daddy, if I now say you don't go church, they can't beat you on top of that. So you get for go church. If you don't go church, if you mama self talk, they in trouble. So now that will be that's why they make if I go cause that trouble, they say they probably will talk saying I'm mama and they encourage me for that one. So it not be easy, will not be exposed to them thing and in those days. We party say you got friends parent themselves, where they see that it got party, then they treat them like you. When I go to your own self, then they treat them the same way. So it not be easy for go out there. The first I remember, first day we come out for go na club. Oh my God, Papa, oh daddy, you want kill we? We say na gari life one start. That thing they not be easy to pray. I jump afford me food there at and able to talk say na afford because we can knock the window. Then the pikin la say thief now begin look for the thief man there now. Then me up. And they drag me, but my brother don't see me. You know, and talk. They make like senator they been there with the study. And then the next day I never go school. Then I say, why you not go school? I say I know they feel well. They say what thing they do to you? I say I me it and they ask me because I been not saying that we been don't come away, take notice. I don't afraid now for talk. To pray that me food this soil. Ha. My mama said for tell her the food. Now me brother them be know. Me one brother nine talk say, Papa, you know the feel well na for can go hospital. He say they at na for buy Panadol le drinker. Then I say Papa me Panadol no go make her feel okay. Then say okay. So for chemical hospital self, I beg the mommy say let Pano chemical let in chemical. He say what you do? I say no, we just chemical.
So our hospital be intending there.
Oh, NDMC, oh my God, it's like now abroad day, where the go hospital. NDMC, accident, but we go up na kono NDMC, it's like now abroad. Even if you go to government hospital now, kono safe, you official na abroad day. So na NDMC, na they can go. So the doctor na him manage me food, he put both himself pana. So can ne party say what I say no yesterday. I say na shower where I been sleep. I say na him make. So he say but why you not been talk? I say I know. I say I'm thinking safe. I tell you say at the shower I be what if you go talk say I lazy. He look me say okay. He say but next time I for be careful. I say okay. My brother the way they know that laugh no more than they laugh. So yeah, if anything else, if one self. Where I see say then they talk to people then begin that go report them. If they say if you talk no more, we tell Papa say been go away for them. So that's how they been there inside we say, oh if Pano say not club will go oh not trouble so they kill it.
So what's in our experience where you go and share with us before you left we for go?
Well, the experience like what do they see these days na salon trip way. Like I've been not wait for talk self na this call. I've been not say I go left am for tomorrow. Anyway, now a little bit I go talk about them, but I go talk detail too. Where I've been see the way people then they come, then they write things then I been too scary for me. And they say, oh, my person not cancer, we just not tonight go na salon. I see they can't do na airport na trouble, you don't get so then don't take your passport, you don't get trouble. Because at the way they see people, then they fight themselves, waiting and they write, then and they. But we all days them for come up. We all have the brothers and sisters. As a way only they can. And before and then the church for go dance. When they dance all day, all night, no trouble, no day. No fight, no day. You know, we complain. If they see parents, they say for them, so now go holiday, na cook no more. Then they cook for una, for una eat, or holiday people them, they have a good time. So for say, we get them kind bad things the way they go now, salon no been there so to pray. Like me, for now what make a member abroad business, not to say the chance of me, but there was no need for left salon for say they go sit down abroad. Like one been going, I don't go study, I don't care. If you go and una no go like this, so everything is here. What you na go do? Pass for go Akanama and come back, and nobody even member for because like also the dollars, dollar is nothing. If you even now pass, I don't know for now, but before if you gonna like Freetown, the dollar being high, they pass. The dollar, not to be anything. People they not care about that. The dollar being cheaper na kono. And now I can talk as a dollar before ever they can make herself. The dollar, if you see dollar na people they earn na kono like not to anything. Then diamond dealers. If you go self, I be not say Leone's technical, Leone's be high tax dollar self. So it's like dollar be useless now salon. The time where I know. And dollar not to for saying I be till like now dollar don't turn everything at dollar. Leone self. 50 cents. Me, I not be sabi money pass 20 million or whatever. I not be where money pass down there. I not sabi myself.
All right, thank you very much, Patricia Vandy. Thank you for where you share your own time with me. Thank you.
Yes, it was good.
Yeah.
So, bye-bye.
Yeah. Now, Patricia, now the only woman where we get by the program today. I believe say next time we suppose forget other woman them we for call. Make you come with the last person we get for take part by the program today. Yes, caller, you can introduce yourself to we.
Yeah, my name is Alpha Chroma, they call from the UK.
Yes, Alpha Chroma from the UK. With all waiting the callers, they don't talk. Waiting come to mind, we hear then they explain their own experience back then.
Yeah, she looked me with messages and it's one of the best programs they were going to listen to. Because when you listen to the voice, the tone of the people, you just feel the happiness, the joy inside them. You know, the past days and when we grow up and compared to the things that we face now. Because of that, I just get so intrigued to the program, you know, because it brings back good memories, and I hope people that will listen and take in a lot and try to make sure we continue with what we don't get those days and make Sierra Leone a very peaceful and happy place for all. Because we grow inside I'm born inside the 70s, but
so how you grew up?
I grew up in a mountain magazine called Parliament, PC. So I spent some of my
so that place there, now so you be done in Parliament from them?
Well, the time when we go there, I saw I meet they call them Parliament, Kissing Smith, magazine called. Because of the big also, they call them Parliament. Yeah.
Okay. So how life be turned day?
Well, I think one of the best life then because we didn't have a diploma, so we come inside the 70s. I didn't get house for rent. So when we got there were a lot of nice people then. I meet Hassan Beshekanu late. I've been the neighbor. And in that area, there are lots of people over there and they cement them. So, you know, those days, what cement them go, whether they come, you know, they count containers.
And those people have a big story.
You know, they will carry and tell everybody white people.
Yes, the thing that they buy, say,
yes,
store, if you know, say, everything when they carry it, not the best.
Yeah, so, you know, the whole area, they shake. We get, I think, about 3 or 4 people when they go see. So that they come, the area, they shake, you know, because things there everywhere, the container, they go see people there. It was a lovely place, though. Hassan Beshe, that's another day. I didn't be a page boy for a marriage in Guinea-Fine, Najoton. So it was, once it was, the magazine called the outfit for us. It would be really nice.
So what's in one of the experience that we want to share with we before you left we?
Well, the experience I want to share, I will never forget, now doing the OAU, because I was still in Parliament. You know, see the new road, when they come on, if not Joton, Waterloo, all the area and there. And that's when I be Paseki and Secretary. So they run, what they say they can, they run. So I go for them, now new road, middle of the road, now I go for them. You see the motorcar, they come fast with a BMW motorcycle. They go for rush and pick me up. Also, I still, I know with the blood, I still have the Secretary, the wedding, white handkerchief, shaking the pass. That was a very great moment for me for see them, you know. So it was really nice. You know?
All right, thank you very much. We share your short time with we. But this not going to be the first and last of this program.
No. I wish, actually, because this is, I hope so I will do it twice a month.
So you don't make it once a month, eh?
No, I make it twice a month. I believe that if people are listening to this, that will bring us together as one, you know?
Okay.
Because also all tenor for the Gopa, we said people in the cosmos because it's not done. We all one. Because if we follow the trend, maybe somebody who has service you or I'm a friend or like this. That's how we connect one to each another. You know? So I don't understand. So I prefer if you're going to do it twice a month, at least for let people that come or people that they listen more. Maybe that they will change a lot of us, you know?
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for
you're most welcome.
Share with your experience. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Yeah. So have a blessed day.
You too. The good old days. We last call that one day. We don't say Boko people want call, but We go get structures for the next one. Today we just say, make we just left them open. Make we hear from where all. So how you want to rate today on program? The good old days. So the one the working can tell me, say, Tripoli, Salon no be ever rise. Salon, why they play Salon rise again? Who stay there, you say Salon be better. In your face. Not to say that you say, in your face. You don't hear it now. From people them will be there back then. And you can get them from the voices them. For sure say yes. Tem bidena salon. Tem bididi. We people them be really enjoy themselves. Would they for light? Would they for water? So why they play me salon go rise again? La no you can't tell me say so every time they say, in fact if you look back say salon no be ever rise, so you don't hear it today. You don't hear it. Back in the days, the good old days. I think definitely we don't say once a month. The people then this last caller say you will find make them twice a month. That now every 2 weeks, every fortnight to get one. Okay, we'll discuss that. But I think it's necessary to take a retrospect. It's necessary. Some of we will not get grandpa and granny there again. These are the times. I wish somebody can arrange for we for the next program. Make we really get one grandpa and granny. We can talk to we. We really can talk to we. Make we understand. We need people we beget sense before the independent. We can explain to we waiting there understanding thing. But I think it was a good show. We'll go back tomorrow. Today, no coronavirus updates. No left and gide. Tomorrow, we can talk. But to go there back tomorrow, eh? But before we go, we'll just play 1 or 2 songs them for chuk chuk way before we go. But till we meet again tomorrow, Triple A say, tata.